Good afternoon. Welcome to this Monday edition of Wire to Wire as we start off a new racing week here in town.
I love you.
Racing Rachel, track announcer John G. Dooley as we
I washed my
kick
hair
off.
today. Wow, you can tell.
Great. Start of the race week. What doesn't look great is the weather.
No.
We've got just
Great hair day, bad
drizzle,
weather day. Can't have it all.
Sloppy main track. We're off the turf course, but looking good to start off the new racing week. And we got some midweek stakes action. So
We do.
yeah,
It'll be okay. Tony told me to tell you guys though we will not be on the turf tomorrow.
There
so
we go.
Just
Heads
already,
up.
you know, we're not on today, and we're not duly noted.
Duly noted.
We should do a segment next year that's called Duly
Well,
Noted.
we do have Dooley's Legends today.
Yes, we do have Dooley's Legends
Contest
today.
wise.
But yeah, lots of rain. And you know what? I kind of, someone told me this weekend that it was going to rain. I did not realize until I texted Tony Martinez, our track man. He said that it's forecasted 100% for the entire day. So it's just going to rain today for most of the cards. So we'll just play it by ear and we'll try to find some muddas. Your mudda was a mudda.
We had a beautiful weekend.
We did
Sunny
have a
skies
beautiful
in town. The
weekend.
Colts are undefeated going into next week. So they
Had money on that
winning
game,
that
too.
game yesterday away. They look good yesterday.
They looked really good. They came out of the gate and scored. And I was like, ooh, this bodes well for us.
Other fan bases not so much so, but things certainly Indy a buzz with the start the Colts are having this season. By the way, went to Cincinnati over the weekend. The Cubs.
Oh, yeah, you
even though
did. You look like you had fun.
It was fun. I mean, Oktoberfest down
watching.
there. Cincinnati. That was a lot of fun there. And
You've been to the real
yeah.
Oktoberfest, haven't you?
Yeah, in Munich. Yeah. Let's head downtown. Speaking of downtown and festivals and the Colts and Lucas Oil and also let's not forget about the Fever too there.
The Fever.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going.
Macy Tetrick standing by, WRTV 6 for the official race day forecast. Colts are winless. Showers to winless. They're undefeated. No. Macy, take it away.
From Indy's streaming news leader, this is a WRTV update.
Well, we have officially turned the page in our forecast as we've turned to a fall season. Temperatures not only are going to stay cooler, but also we're in a rainy pattern now, and we'll stay rainy through a lot of this week. May not necessarily be a washout through the rest of today, but on and off some rain and maybe even a quick rumble of thunder. Temperatures very stagnant in the upper 60s. Maybe we make it to 70 degrees. More rain chances as we get through the end of the week, but good news, looks like by Friday we're starting to dry out and we should be dry by the weekend. Back to you, John.
All right, thank you. Macy Tetrick, WRTV 6 for the official forecast. And once again, the Colts are undefeated. Other teams perhaps winless. New Orleans Saints, they're having a tough start to the season.
And the Vikings, did you see they're playing in Ireland next week? That'll be fun.
That's going to be a lot of fun for the fan base there.
Did the Chiefs win last night? Did you see that?
I didn't.
I watched half the game and then it was bedtime. I don't ever get to stay up for Monday Night Football.
Before we talk more about what's going on today, thoughts and prayers to Brian Hernandez
Yes,
Jr. That was
but
a
he's
terrible
good.
spill. Yep, so Jenny Reese,
Yeah,
appreciate Jenny's update from Tom Drury. So,
Oh, and an hour
BJ,
ago,
thoughts and
I
prayers.
saw, well, it might be his wife, but I did see that he was sharing things to his story of people who are sending him well
That's
wishes.
so
So he
BJ.
might, yeah, it could be her, but still, it's still good to see that for sure.
Yeah, BJ,
Little activity.
keep up the good spirits and All in Racing, keeping you in our thoughts and prayers and the family as well. Today, 9 races on tap, all main track card with the sloppy. And last week we introduced, we have that contest on Tuesdays, Beat the Bot. It's AI Allen, and Allen getting even more involved in racing here at Horseshoe Indianapolis.
So yeah, it got kind of unveiled at the end of the week last week, but I am going to pull up the site and show you guys. It's really cool. It was kind of hard to see when I was showing it last week, but I am going to handicap the race on race 3. Nice, Aaron.
Don't you just love
I
these
need to
videos?
buy that man a ribeye instead of a Taco Bell every once in a while. But yeah, that is where you can find AI Allen, and we are going to, I'm going to pull him up, and just like we used to for Twitter Tuesday, we're going to share the screen on the simulcast so you guys can see kind of what all he can do today, and we'll see how he does with his picks. And I think, I don't even know why. Like, I didn't even ask them to do this. You guys are so on top of things. Here it kind of is. We love you, AV. I always tell people I have the best AV department in the country, and
100%.
it's true. But yeah, see, welcome to Horseshoe Indianapolis, and then you can ask him all kinds of questions. And I haven't told Aaron this yet. We'll probably have to work on something cool, but I think next year, Tammy and Eric thought it sounded pretty cool. And for maybe a month or two out of the meet, since we got rid of Twitter Tuesday, I think we're going to do a kind of Stump Rachel online social media contest where, like Thursday or whatever day we decide, I will put my selection for the race, like race 4, I've got the 1 and AI Allen has the 6. Well, if he wins and you voted that Allen would beat me, then you could win
so
a T-shirt.
getting
So
more
it's more
engaged with-
engagement. Yeah, so
beat
you
the
can
bot.
pick who's going to win.
Stump Rachel.
Yep, stump Rachel, and then I'll do a drawing for everyone who was right, and then we'll send out some swag or maybe a gift card or something. So hopefully we can kind of get the hang of AI Allen here at the end of the meet, and next year we'll have some fun contests with him.
Yeah, then already you start mentioning the 2026 racing season here going forward. We still have, of course, October with Hoosier Day and Indiana Champions Day at the end of next month, and then the closing month of the 2025 season. But it's great when you start thinking about planning and looking forward contest-wise, or even Stump the Rachel for 2026.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're doing. I'm supposed to vote for the name of the theme next year. I can't believe we're already thinking about next year.
I sent Tammy my vote.
You did?
I
When's my
forget
deadline?
what it was, though.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I'm going to do it today. I probably missed the deadline, though, knowing me. She'll probably be like, sorry, Rachel, you
137 here on the pre-race show. We're moving right along. By the way, today's contest, speaking of Mondays, we look forward to Beat the Bot. That was just introduced, and we talked about AI Allen joining the team here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. But today's contest, free. On track, or those of you playing online at horseshoeindycontest@gmail.com. Took me 4 seasons, but I finally got that website down, or website with wherever.
You've always had it down.
Horseshoeindycontest@gmail.com. $100. I mean, it comes out of my pay. Why not take advantage of it?
Yeah, if you want to put a dent in John G's salary, just go ahead and play that contest. Right. We would never do that.
The Courtyard by Marriott downtown Indy did that downtown Sizzy did that to me over the weekend. Wednesday, by the way, speaking of midweek, so this week, Monday through Thursday. So we've got this period of time here. Of course, we're going to start talking about the first of next month when we start getting that first Saturday of October. Final old quarter horse card kicking off bright and early. But as we wrap up this month, Monday through Thursday cards. So we've got today's contest, Dooley's Legends. We've got Beat the Bot. Of course, Wednesdays are for winning. For all of you Racing Rachel's Warriors and the tens and thousands of you that take part in that contest, always keeps Tammy busy on Wednesdays before we announce the winner. And of course, Thursdays, we had BA's hat trick. That was introduced this season back in 2025. So a lot of contests for all of our horse players and fans tuning in. But handicap-wise, midweek, we've got the Rick Moore and the Don Dunham, some premier races coming up on Wednesdays, guys.
Yeah, and I want everyone to keep Rick in your thoughts. He's not feeling well. He's a little under the weather, but I think he's going to make it Wednesday. He's such an important part of a lot of our lives. I know he gave Eric Hallstrom one of his first jobs. Tammy used to work for him at Hoosier Park. And, when me and my ex were starting a house flipping company, he gave me my first business loan to buy our first house to flip. Yep. Okay. And so he's really been a big part of all of our lives, and we're very happy to celebrate him tomorrow and Wednesday, when we have these 2 handicaps. And of course, Don Dunham as well, but Rick obviously not feeling well, but he says he's gonna be here. He's gonna come out, and hopefully everyone that has had any dealings with Rick Moore will know how special of a person he is, and we invite you all to come out to the winner's circle after his race for the trophy picture.
Here, well said. And
more people better.
Those premier races on Wednesday. Made a mention of Hoosier Day. That's coming up on the 1st of next month. Speaking of premier races, I mean, what a lineup as we take a look at the schedule here. Wednesday, October the 1st. Couldn't start the penultimate month of the racing season here in a better way. $600,000 in purses, including the 2 Much Coffee, the Piedi Bianchi, worth $150,000. There's Circle City and another 100 grander. The back home again. Plus, we'll have a special Hoosier Day Legends handicapping contest. That for $2,500 presented by the Indiana HBPA. We certainly appreciate them for their involvement, not only on these big racing cards with the putting up contest-wise, presenting such a contest like the Hoosier Day Legends, but each and every racing day for all that the Indiana HBPA does. So.
Yeah, and we're building that wonderful new facility for the jockeys to have somewhere to hang out, and not only HBPA but ITOBA. They invest so much to make sure that our product is enjoyable and fun, and they all sponsor some great contests, and that's one of them. Those are so popular on those days. I mean, $2,500 and you don't have to pay any entrance fee at all. It's really nice.
And we wrapped up last week. Again, cheers to all the horse players, the bettors that have been following us since we kicked off the meet in April, and still with a couple of months to go here in 2025. We would certainly appreciate all of you. After that Hoosier Day, then on Saturday, as I mentioned, the final Old Quarter Horse morning card of the season comes up, as we'll have, of course, on Hoosier Day, we'll have quarter horse racing action, but I mean, all in a lead up to All Quarter Horse Day could have an impact on Saturday, October the 4th for Indiana Champions Day coming up at the end of the month. So All Quarter Horse card here on Saturday, October the 4th. That'll follow on the heels of that big Wednesday card for Hoosier Day and then Thursday racing. And we'll be running here on the 4th.
Thursday also, this Thursday, we will have a lot of trials. So yeah, a lot of great quarter horse action here at the end of the meet. And I'm telling you, horses, especially quarter horses, get real frisky when it cools off and they just love it. So it's some exciting racing.
Maesa picking up the Grade 1 Pennsylvania Derby over the weekend at Parks. We remember Tip Top Thomas, the winner of our Grade 3 Indiana Derby, going on to claim the Smarty Jones at Parks Racing. And speaking of winners here, the Grade 3 Indiana Oaks winner.
Oh my gosh, yes,
Clico,
so exciting.
winning the Grade 1 Cotillion.
How many, we have had so many horses that ran our Indiana Derby that have
fillies
done,
have come up.
gone on
right.
to do amazing things. So we're very, very proud of that.
Yep, 100%. Thanks to our big sponsors this year, Woodford Reserve, Tequila Herradura, Breed Development, also Murphy Trailer Sales, our Winner's Circle sponsor. Cheers to Lori and Bruce Murphy.
Love you, Bruce.
Terrific customer service and loyalty since 1984. You can reach out to them at 765-361-8803 Murphy Trailer Sales. B&H Electric, they are the tote board and starting gate sponsor racing here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. They've got locations in Shelbyville, Seymour, Bloomington. If you're on the road and would like to check them out, they're on the World Wide Web at bh-electric.com. Certainly appreciate those guys. And Indiana's Giant Hubler, if you'd like to pick up a brand new truck, 2026. Check out that sticker price. And again, just mention, who's it racing, Rachel?
Devin, General Manager Devin. Tell Dev that Rachel sent you and he'll give you the friends and family discount. I'm dead serious.
Right down the road and in Franklin, drive Hubler.com, Indiana's Giant Hubler. Social media wise, we have you covered, talking about, well, this morning, as soon as we got the note that we were off the turf and confirmed a sloppy main track, put that on my social media account. Of course, Racing Rachel always does, as well as the track. Martha Clausen standing by. We've got a really nice quarter horse allowance dash to close out the card. Yeah, in the finale, of course, a sloppy track as we get closer to 2:10 kickoff, but it's a nice allowance dash over the 330 yards. Oh, DLJ, Eagle
Look
Beavis
at that
girl.
horse.
Yeah.
Has not been out of the money in like 10.
Yeah, and certainly Eduardo Luna Diaz, the leading quarter horse jockey
That's
this
an
season.
exaggeration. It's 7.
Wow, Tim Eggleston also.
Oh man,
taking
in
no
fuego.
prisoners. Brian Aragoni standing by for the B block.
B
and
block.
Talking about the 50 cent early pick 5 and track wise. We also have you covered again, reposting things such as the track edition, the jockey trainer leaderboard each and every day, and great content there on X at HS Indy Racing. Race like a Caesar, and of course Instagram at Horseshoe Indy, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Horseshoe Indianapolis Racing. So, I mean, a fun weekend. It was great to get out of town. Certainly enjoyed Oktoberfest Cincinnati. My first time really visiting the city there. Got to watch
Cincinnati's not
the Reds
fun.
swept the Cubs, but a lot of fun. But
Downtown
great to be back with
Cincy's
you
really
on a
nice too.
Monday. Yeah, really nice. Had a great time. So hopefully all of you had
We're back.
a terrific weekend again. We're all of us in racing and here certainly keeping Brian Hernandez Jr. and family in our thoughts and prayers as we have 9 races on tap for all of you here today. So our riders, our equine athletes about to go out there and give it their all as they do each and every day. We certainly appreciate all of them, all of you for tuning in. Quick commercial break here on the Monday edition of Wire to Wire. Racing Rachel and I are going to step aside, coming back after a quick timeout with a B block.
Tequila Herradura. Extraordinary awaits.
happy rainy Monday here in Shelbyville, Indiana. Now just about a half hour away from opening race here at Horseshoe Indianapolis on a rainy Monday in which we are off the turf, but thankfully still plenty of value to be had. Sometimes those computer-assisted wagering programs, they struggle with those off-turf events. Anytime the surface changes, it certainly changes a lot, and you can throw out those morning lines for the races that were originally carded to be on the turf, 5, 7, and 8, and with that, no $1 horseshoe hat trick. Let's take a look at these first 5 races. I think there's a variety of different directions you can go if you're looking for singles. I did consider potentially following the money with Randy Klopp. Horseshoe's dropping in class, and Klopp on the drop usually yields some good results, but ultimately going to go 3 deep in here. I think 1, 4, and 8. We currently don't have your morning line, your favorite of me and Chili, 5-2. Hannah Leahy aboard for Israel Garcia, the 6-time winner. Got a win last time out sprinting. Now looks to go long again. Is winless in the slop. So we're going to go 1, 4, and 8. I think Klopp on the drop could be the real deal. Down on the inside with Follow the Money. The 4 is a value player in here, Monumental Justice, a horse who goes second start off the layoff. Was in a great spot last time out, and Thomas Medina is a guy I've assured will not knock me out of any pick 5s. And then the 8 could be the most interesting sort in here, Black, White, and Gold for the Lauer Gangs, one that they own, train, and bred. A 4-year-old by Oscar Performance, who certainly moves up on a sloppy track. 2 of the 3 wins in the career, all on a wet track. We've got a sloppy track. This one could be your mutter in here, who's 3 for 4 in the exacta. 1, 4, and 8, and is also going to be the best of the 3 in the prices with that 15-1 morning line. Currently 5-1 on the board. 1, 4, and 8 as we kick off the card. Moving along to race number 2, 15% takeout in here. And speaking of takeouts, we now have the lowest takeout in the entire country for pick 5. So congratulations to us. We have the lowest takeout in all of the tracks that are racing right now in the entire country at 11.99% takeout in that pick 5. $1 minimum. Pick 4 begins in race number 2. Scratch number 8, Donut Dolly, out of this event. We're going to go 3, 4, and 6. 7-horse field going 1 mile in here. Seashell Sally Sells is a tricky word, and I'm thankful that I don't have to say it as often as I'm hoping that John G. Dooley does, because this horse is in with a big chance. Israel Garcia takes over. He owns and trains, privately purchased from Miguel Silva. This 4-year-old filly by Oxbow could appreciate some added ground. Even though she's been at the lower level claiming ranks, now she's going up to maiden special weight. I thought she's chased admirably in a couple of those races. June 12th, she was running on very well late. July 8th, she chased admirably in here and just kept trying. She's a hard-trying sort who's not overly talented, now taking a big jump up in class, but is getting added distance for an Oxbow runner. And here, she could be any sort. Screaming Nina, 6-1, turf to dirt in play. Steve Fosdick, Gutierrez, apprentice rider, still getting a 7-pound weight break. I think if they're able to run back to that August 27th race, they're your likely winner. I'm playing against Quibble in this spot. This is a horse I've seen routinely, has been on the wrong lead, has closed fast. Really, I appreciated and enjoyed that July 10th race. I thought this horse was a major play last time out at 7-5. I am now off the bandwagon. Maybe it's time for you to jump on the bandwagon. I can't tell you how many times you have the right horse, just the wrong race. I'm jumping off the Quibble gang. We'll see if it's time for you to jump on. Was the beaten favorite last time out. I was unimpressed with the performance. We'll see if Quibble can prove me wrong. And then Ad Literam, another one who's coming off of a head-scratching effort, showed some talent here at Horseshoe Indianapolis, went over to Colonial for a great effort, and then came back home on a class drop and just never really ran a step. Now goes back up in class. Randy Klopp doesn't always jump into the claim box, but he did in here with his main man, Speed Stables, and Fernando de la Cruz, our leading rider, getting the call. 3, 4, and 6 in race number 2. Race number 3, we've got 5,000 claimers, non-winners of 2, 6 furlongs the distance. Scratch your outside runner, number 9, in the spot 1. 3, 7, and 8 in here. Ain't No Disco is a horse that I was incredibly intrigued by, is the top selection. Not sure how much they bought this horse for privately, but if they're going to win this race, they get 60% of $13,500, potentially a $5,000 claim as well. Ownership did change from Brian Lynch. They came over with one set of ownership, ran once, ran poorly, was the beaten favorite, now in for $5,000. My guess is Gennaro Garcia playing the claiming game, looking to make a little pocket change on this one with that purse money. So ain't no disco. I think follow the tote board on that one. But this is no easy race for a $5,000 claimer. You got Gun Factor, who's incredibly very fast, and then you've also got CS Magnifique, who ran a big one and should be running down the lane with some pace to chase, and then a Champ Stream. 1 for 15, now in for 5. I hate that angle. However, I do recognize that horses later on in the meet, as they go through their conditions, they do lose their value. Once they're no longer eligible for certain conditions, it becomes a lot harder to continue to win races. However, this is a Kentucky bred who just 1 for 15, now goes in for 5. Make what you want of that. I was impressed with the effort August 25th. An intriguing race in here. May only be 7 horses, but there's a lot of different, 8 horses, but there's a lot of different angles that you can take. And I know I just want to be sure and clear for everyone. I said 7. There is definitely 8. Hopefully we have nobody running for purse money only in race number 3 because your analyst misspoke. Race number 4, $5,000 claimers in here. Scratch the 1 ground shaker out of this event. 7-2 morning line is out in this spot. We're going to go 2, 5, and 8. The 1 was a late scratch that I originally did not have. 2, 5, and 8 in here. Bizarro, Turf to Dirt in play. Decatur Street, another one who's going Turf to Dirt in this spot. And then lastly, Bandioso, who's certainly run some good numbers last time out. Draw a line through that race. If you are concerned that the horse didn't run very well, hopped at the start and was well behind early and in between horses. It was an uncomfortable spot to be in. I think if Bandioso runs back to that August 12th event on the Slob, is the one to catch to cash in here as we move along to race number 5. The first off-turf event. We are off the turf all day long and off the turf on Tuesday as well. Scratch 5 and 7. I'm going to go with Foxy Justice. Sammy Bermudez and Aaron West. I kind of like this 3-0 filly, and I like her a lot. I've liked her in each and every start this year. She's hit the exacta in all 4 of her starts. She's game. She's a racehorse, and she's unafraid to go in some tight spots. She was in a tight spot on the rail last time out. She tried to challenge. She just couldn't get to Molly's Potion. She did gallop out very well, indicating to me that she might be able to handle 2 turns. Second start off the layoff. The mud is kind of an unknown. Her career worst race was in the mud. However, it was on debut, and it was at 2. Hopefully she's more mature today. And she's a half to a 17-time winner in Keyed Up, who banked almost $200,000, and Rockin' Justice. I think Foxy Justice is a horse who's learning each and every time. Originally, maybe she didn't like horses who were outside. Now, last time out, she was in a tight space on the rail. She galloped out best. I think Foxy Justice is a horse who's really going to flourish with some added ground today. Going to be a single for yours truly. Hopefully, on a Monday, we are the hammer and not the nail. However, we will get through today. Whether it's a winning day or a losing day, there's always tomorrow. Remember that as we're 16 minutes away from the opener here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Good luck today.
Well, that picture pretty much tells the tale here in town. Good afternoon from Horseshoe Indianapolis. Hello now from the broadcast booth. Great to have you with us today on a rainy one. All main track card. We're off the turf course. All 9 races today will be run on the main track. Main track label sloppy. Nearing kickoff. If you have your programs close by, let's take a look at the changes and corrections on today's racing program. We start with the mile. First leg of the 50-cent early pick 5. Scratch number 9, Load 'em Up Justice. Number 9, Load 'em Up Justice has been scratched. The mile starts the card. In the second of our 9, like the opener, over the 8 furlongs in the maiden, scratch number 8, Donut Dolly. Number 8, Donut Dolly has been scratched. Second race start of the $1 early pick 4 with the maiden mile. To the third we go. And here in the sprint, number 6, Wrinkle Temple, 1 pound over. Number 8, The Champ's Dream, 1 pound over. Scratch number 9, Chasin' Chafin. Number 9, Chasin' Chafin has been scratched from the sprint. Fourth race starts the 50-cent late pick 5 off on an all main track card. Maiden sprint here. Take out the 1 Ground Shaker. Sloppy track. Number 1. The 1 Ground Shaker has been scratched. Race 5. One of those taken off the turf course. There'll be no $1 horseshoe hat trick, all turf pick 3. All main track card sloppy. The 5th race will now be run on the main track at 1 mile and 70 yards. Scratch number 5, Sweet Heat. And take out the 7 inclusive Justice. No horseshoe hat trick, all turf pick 3. Sloppy track, scratch the 5 and the number 7. Race 6, due at 4:45. Maiden Juvenile Mile. Scratch number 3, Dottie's Blue Money. Number 3, Dottie's Blue Money has been scratched. No rider changes. Number 8, Coyote Justice. Add 1 pound to the listed program weight. Following that maiden Juvenile Mile, race 7. 1 of 3 taken off the turf course. Here a maiden sprint over 5 furlongs. Scratch the 1. Devil's Golden Fiddle. 2, Ume. Take out the 4, Bois Blanc. Scratch number 5, Dear Scarlet. Take out 10, Beautiful Twice. 12, Sunny Ray. 13, Lori Beth. Scratch 14, Stormin' Nancy. 15, Volatile Ginny. And scratch the 16, Panache. There'll be no Pentafecta. No 10-cent Grand High 5. Scratch the Pentafecta. Recapping race 7. Maiden sprint, 5 furlongs main track, no Pentafecta. Scratch 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 12 through the number 16. All have been scratched. Race 8, another taken off that Caesar's course. The 8th race maiden will be run over the main track at a mile and a 16th. Here's scratch number 1, Nepali Joe. 2, Final Scene. Take out the 7, Film at 11. Scratch number 9, Mi Compadre. And the 12, Great Sword. Once again, the 8th race maiden will now be contested on the main track over the mile and a 16th. Scratch 1, 2, 7, 9, and the number 12. Number 6, Get on the Bus, Gus. The ownership should read AGB Equine Racing LLC of Greg Dubrick. Mr. Dubrick, Greg, not a gag. And in the 9th, quarter horse allowance dash over the 330 yards. Sloppy track, very light headwind. 9th race, no scratches, no rider changes. Number 7, Streaking Little Jess, plus 7 pounds in the finale, due at 6:15. Horses in the walking ring. It's a bit wet. Rain continuing here at the track for an all main track card, again off the Caesars turf course. Main track sloppy with 11 minutes to the mile opener. Make it a great day with us here to start off a new race week at Horseshoe Indianapolis. The horses stepping onto the track now for the first race. Starting the card with the mile, a field of 9. Number 9, Load 'em Up Justice, has been scratched. Scratch number 9, Load 'em Up Justice from the race card. Race 1 of 9, all main track cards, sloppy, exacta, trifecta, superfecta. Double pick 3 in the mile starts the 50-cent early pick 5 today. Sloppy track and drawing closer to post time. The starting gate here at Horseshoe Indianapolis this season, sponsored by B&H Electric, being positioned at the mile start. Less than 1 minute away from post time to kick off the 50-cent early pick 5. Sloppy track, less than 1 minute. The horses are approaching the starting gate. The horses have reached the starting gate. It is now post time, loading for the mile. Follow the Money, leading jockey Fernando de la Cruz with 78 wins here this season. Samir Bermudez, Scenic Justice has joined Follow the Money. Mitch Morrow with Rich Kingdom drew 2. Evan Brahman, Parker loaded. Hannah Leahy with Me and Chili. Stop Hammer Time. Jose Gutierrez claims the 7-pound apprentice allowance. Me and Chili's in. Jane Elliott partners Black, White, and Gold. Follow the Money. 6-5, the first favorite, 2 back. Alberto Burgos with Monumental Justice. 1 more for the mile. Knight's Move, Joe Ramos with 64 victories at the meet. All 9 races today on the main track. Main track sloppy. They're in the gate. Running out Horseshoe Indianapolis, Monumental Justice botched the break. Follow the Money sharply away from the rail for Fernando de la Cruz. Me and Chili in the green silks is right there with Parker wide. Nearest the inside is Rich Kingdom, has the blue sleeves and cap now at the 6.5. And then comes Stop Hammer Time with Father Out Black, White, and Gold. Nearest the inside, Scenic Justice with Knight's Move running second to last and poor starting. Monumental Justice trails the mile here in the Monday opener. They go up the back. The first 2 of 8 furlongs in 24.50 seconds. And the leader is Follow the Money for Fernando de la Cruz. Follow the Money, tracked by Me and Chili, second and close up for Hannah Leahy. Rich Kingdom, a ground-saving third there for Mitchell Merle and Parker, and the leading quartet now going past the half-mile pole. Joe Ramos and Knight's Move is mid-pack, racing in advance of Scenic Justice with Black, White, and Gold. Monumental Justice up 1 spot in the trailer now. Stop Hammer Time. Half mile in 48.14 seconds, 3 furlongs to go, and they're still tracking Follow the Money. Follow the Money and Me and Chili. Second on the outside, coming toward the quarter pole. Rich Kingdom, Knight's Move in 4th. Parker in 5th. And then comes Scenic Justice, Monumental Justice. Black, White, and Gold, and Stop Hammer Time is last as they splash for home. It's Follow the Money who leads the charge for Fernando. 3/4, 1 minute 12.40 seconds. Follow the Money sharply with 1 furlong to go. Rich Kingdom second at the inside. Me and Chili chase the pace but has dropped back under pressure now. Knight's Move and between horses, Monumental Justice, who is last from the gate. First from the gate, Follow the Money, making every yard a winning one by 5 from Rich Kingdom. Knight's Move was third. Monumental Justice finished 4th. $137.64 after the mile. 137.64 sloppy. 1, 2, 10, 4. 1, Follow the Money. 5-2 first. Number 2, Rich Kingdom. 9-1 on the runner-up. Number 10, Knight's Move. 10-1 third. And 4, Monumental Justice at 2-1. The post-time favorite 4th after the mile. Fernando de la Cruz notching his meet leading 79th. Here for Randy Klopp. Tops the trainers leaderboard, now on 42. Liz Klopp, Follow the Money, son of Overanalyze, at 5-2. In the Murphy Trailer Sales Winner's Circle, number 1, Follow the Money with Fernando de la Cruz. Follow the Money is a 6-year-old been gelding by Overanalyze out of the Into Mischief mare, Easy Money. Brandy Klopp trains for Liz Klopp. Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the winning connections of Follow the Money. Was the 5-2 second choice in the mile. 1-2, 10-4. Race 1 official. First results in after the mile. 1-2 exacta paid $65.40. 50-cent trifecta, 1-2, $10, $89.85. Monumental Justice fourth. The 10-cent superfecta, 1-2, $10-4, paid $110.90. In the first of the day, the mile, the 9 was a non-runner. Favorite fourth. 9 ran. Sloppy track, 137.64. 21 minutes away from race 2. In the maiden distaff mile, number 8, Donut Dolly has been scratched. Scratch 8, Donut Dolly. Exacta trifecta, superfecta, double pick 3. Maiden mile to start the $1 early pick 4 on an all main track card. Main track sloppy. Post time will be at 2:41 in all cases if you can. Please do try to make your Horseshoe Indianapolis selections and wagers today early. Thank you. Coming up in just a moment or two, our first race replay of the mile. Hope you had a bet on Follow the Money. They're in the gate. Going running out Horseshoe Indianapolis. Monumental Justice botched the break. Follow the Money sharply away from the rail for Fernando de la Cruz. Me and Chili in the green silks is right there with Parker wide. Nearest the inside as Rich Kingdom has the blue sleeves and cap now at the 6.5. And then comes Stop Hammer Time with Father Out Black, White, and Gold. Nearest the inside, Scenic Justice with Knight's Move running second to last and poor starting. Monumental Justice trails the mile here in the Monday opener. They go up the back. The first 2 of 8 furlongs in 24.50 seconds. And the leader is Follow the Money for Fernando de la Cruz. Follow the Money tracked by Me and Chili, second and close up for Hannah Leahy. Rich Kingdom, a ground-saving third there for Mitchell Merle, and Parker and the leading quartet now going past the half-mile pole. Joe Ramos and Knight's Move is mid-pack, racing in advance of Scenic Justice with Black, White, and Gold. Monumental Justice up 1 spot in the trailer now. Stop Hammer Time. Half mile in 48.14 seconds, 3 furlongs to go, and they're still tracking Follow the Money. Follow the Money and Me and Chili. Second on the outside, coming toward the quarter pole. Rich Kingdom, Knight's Move in 4th. Parker in 5th. And then comes Scenic Justice, Monumental Justice. Black, White, and Gold, and Stop Hammer Time is last as they splash for home. It's Follow the Money who leads the charge for Fernando. 3/4, 1 minute 12.40 seconds. Follow the Money sharply with 1 furlong to go. Rich Kingdom second at the inside. Me and Chili chase the pace but has dropped back under pressure now. Knight's Move and between horses, Monumental Justice, who is last from the gate. First from the gate, Follow the Money, making every yard a winning one by 5 from Rich Kingdom. Knight's Move was third. Monumental Justice finished fourth.
See the state's top thoroughbreds and quarter horses compete for year-end honors in the 6th Annual Indiana Champions Day, Saturday, October 25th at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Plus, enjoy a free cigar rolling station with those 21 years of age and older, along with handicapping contests, $3,000 mega bet wagers, winner's circle giveaways, and more. Indiana Champions Day, Saturday, October 25th at 11 a.m. More information available on our social media at HS Indy Racing, located off I-74 at exit 109 in Shelbyville.
The 2025 Global Symposium on Racing. It's the premier networking event of the year. Connect with the who's who of racing. Collaborate face-to-face with key decision makers. Be a part of the international conversation. Discover the latest technology and innovation. Join us December 8th through 10th. Register at racingsymposium.com.
Nine minutes to the second race here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. We have a maiden special weight. These are for Indiana bred fillies. The 8 is out of here, and they're going to run a mile on the slop. Here in this race, I've got 4, 5, 2 in here. The 5 has put up the highest speed figure in the last race. And quite honestly, it's going to be kind of interesting because not very many of these horses have actually ran 2 turns. So let's start with my top selection, Screamin' Nina at 7-2 on the tote board. Bug Boy Jose Gutierrez is aboard for Steve Fostick, a 3-year-old filly who is by Turbo Compressor, making her 4th lifetime start. She does have a second to her credit going long, a mile and a 16th on August 27th. Then they put her going long on turf. And honestly, I think she obviously liked going a mile and a 16th two back, and then maybe wasn't a huge fan of the turf. I would like to see her run on turf again, however, because her last race, she got taken out at the start. Not too bad, but that definitely, especially with young horses, is something to take into consideration. But I like that she is going 2 turns a day. You know, it's obviously, like I said, it's a question mark with the slop with young horses who have never ran, you know, with mud flying in their face. She has been a few lengths off the pace in each of the starts of her races. So that, you know, sometimes in these races, especially 2-year-old, this is 3-year-old not, but especially younger horses, if they can get to the lead and no mud flies in their face, it's a little bit better. But I think Screamin' Nina is a nice one at 3-1. Then I'm going to go to the 5, and that is Quibble at 9-2. Quibble gets Evan Roman aboard for Mike and Penny Lauer. This 3-year-old filly's making her 8th lifetime start. Now, she has ran on the slot before, but it was her debut. So I really am not going to base anything off of that. But what I just keep jumped off the page at me about Quibble is look at all these starts. Bless her little heart. This filly, awkward start, bumped, squeezed, hit gate, awkward start. Now, the last 2, not too bad of starts. The mile and 70 on the dirt on July 10th was her best race, second by 4 lengths. And, you know, this is the horse with the highest last race speed rating of 63. She obviously liked the mile race versus the mile and 16th, but again, at least she's ran on the slot before. So some of these horses who haven't and are going to get mud tossed in their face for the first time, you know, she's at least experienced it, so maybe it won't be as crazy to her. And then the 2 is my girl Emily Gaskin hunch play, Classy Emily. Here for me, I'm going to round it out. Classy Emily has Alberto Burgess aboard for Robert Pompel, Smoky Creek Farm, a 3-year-old filly who's making her 3rd start. Bennett Fairmont. Debut's a debut, but look at that 3rd on the slop. I actually ended up this morning, because I said earlier on just a minute ago on FanDuel, I handicapped everything on Friday. I never do that. I always wait till Sunday. And of course, since I did that, I had to redo everything. But this is one of the ones I did throw Classy Emily in here for my try, just because of that 3rd place on August 12th on the slop sprinting. Now she's moving up in class today. So that's pretty interesting, and we'll see what happens. Or I'm sorry, she's moving up in distance today and class, really, because their maidens aren't, I don't think, as good as ours, but she's never raced at a route, so a little bit of a question mark. But neither has the 6, but Quibble has, and my top selection has as well. So I tried to stick with some horses who have a little bit of that. I am, however, going to go in this race 4-5-2. We're just 5 minutes to post here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Stay dry out there, guys. Good luck.
The horses call postword for the second race. Here the maiden mile, a field of 7. Number 8, Donut Dolly has been scratched. Scratch 8, Donut Dolly from the race card. On parade, maiden mile features Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, Double Pick 3, and here the start of the $1 Early Pick 4. Sloppy track, all main track card, 2 minutes to post time. Less than 1 minute to post time. Start to the $1 Early Pick 4. Sloppy track. The horses are approaching the starting gate. The horses have reached the starting gate. It is now post time. Loading in front of starter Ray Kowick. Joe Ramos with Maximum Spirit. First in for the maiden. Jose Gutierrez with Screamin' Nina joins Maximum Spirit. Alberto Burgos. Classy Emily going into the starting gate. Evan Roman with Quibble. And Little Rom will be a double for leading jockey Fernando de la Cruz. Hannah Leahy with Seashell Sally Sells. One more, Josh Morales in 16 times started backwards K. The opener went at 137.64. Sloppy track all in. Seconds of the day. And they're off. Screamin' Nina sharply away. Quickly headed off by Ed Litteram with this early move for Fernando de la Cruz. Maximum Spirit holds her position with the rail. Classy Emily toward the inside. Seashell Sally Sells looking to move through underneath of Classy Emily. On the outside as they go to the back of the track is Backwards K, while Quibble trails in 7th place going up the back of this sloppy track. And it's Screamin' Nina to the lead for Jose Gutierrez. The first 2 of 8 furlongs in 23.89 seconds. Screamin' Nina leads by 3/4 length. And Litteram second and staying close to Screamin' Nina for the run toward the half-mile pole. 3 clear from Maximum Spirit. She's now been pulled off that wet track rail by Joe Ramos. And Maximum Spirit is running in third by 4. Then toward the inside, Seashell Sally Sells. 3/4 length to the mare, Backwards K. Quibble running second to last, and Classy Emily losing touch. Half mile in 47.60 seconds. Screamin' Nina to 3 furlongs from home. Under the watchful eye of And Litteram, who's been right there coming toward the quarter pole. And there's Fernando giving on the outside that cue to And Litteram to pick up Screamin' Nina, who leads these maiden fillies and mare for home. Maximum Spirit straightens away in third. Then Quibble with Backwards K, Seashell Sally Sells, and finally Classy Emily the distant 3/4. Just over 113. Screamin' Nina, and toward the inside, here's Quibble, who's come through now to take the lead. Dropping back sharply was And Litteram. It's Quibble and Evan Roman, and Quibble, the daughter of Dialed In, clear to the finish. Quibble won by 5 from Screamin' Nina. Maximum Spirit third in an even effort. Seashell Sally Sells back and forth. $141.20 after the maiden mile. $141.20. The opener went at 137.64. Sloppy track, unofficial 54135. Quibble. Even money favorite home. Number 4, Screamin' Nina. 4-1 on the runner-up after the maiden mile. 1 Maximum Spirit at 8-1 third. And 3 Seashell Sally Sells at 20-1 getting into the frame. Hold all tickets until official. Daughter of Dialed In. Quibble, Evan Roman. On the Monday score sheet for Mike Lauer, Penny Lauer, Quibble at even money out to the maiden fillies ranks. And the Murphy Trailer Sales winner circle number 5, Quibble with Evan Roman. Quibble is a 3-year-old chestnut filly by Dialed In at a prize winner by Pure Prize. Mike Lauer trains, Penny Lauer owns. Bred here in the Hoosier State by Mike and Penny Lauer. Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the winning connections of Quibble, getting off the mark in her 8th run, takes out the maiden mile. It's official. The 5-4 exacta paid $20.20. 50-cent trifecta, 5-4-1, $16.25. The 1-5 early double, combining Follow the Money with Quibble, favorites both, $36 even. And the 10-cent superfecta, Seashell Sally Sells, finished 4th. 10-cent superfecta, 5-4-1-3, paid $14.77. In race 2, the 8 was a non-runner. Favorite First combines with Follow the Money for a $36 early double. 7 faced the starter. Sloppy Track, the mile, in 141.20. After the maiden, 22 minutes away from the 3rd in the sprint. Scratch number 9, Chasin' Chafin. 9, Chasin' Chafin has been scratched. No rider changes. 6, Regal Temple, a pound over. 8, Champ's Dream, a pound over. And the 9 has been scratched, Chasin' Chafin. Sprint race 3 of 9, all main track card, exacta, trifecta, superfecta, double pick 3. Post time will be at 3:13. Seconds of the day. And they're off. Screamin' Nina sharply away. Quickly headed off by Ad Literam with this early move for Fernando de la Cruz. Maximum Spirit holds her position with the rail. Classy Emily toward the inside. Seashell Sally Sells looking to move through underneath of Classy Emily. On the outside as they go to the back of the track is Backwards K, while Quibble trails in 7th place going up the back of this sloppy track. And it's Screamin' Nina to the lead for Jose Gutierrez. The first 2 of 8 furlongs in 23.89 seconds. Screamin' Nina leads by 3/4 length. And Literam second and staying close to Screamin' Nina for the run toward the half-mile pole. 3 clear from Maximum Spirit. She's now been pulled off that wet track rail by Joe Ramos. And Maximum Spirit is running in 3rd by 4. Then toward the inside, Seashell Sally Sells. 3/4 length to the mare, Backwards K. Quibble running second to last, and Classy Emily losing touch. Half mile in 47.60 seconds. Screamin' Nina to 3 furlongs from home. Under the watchful eye of Ad Literam, who's been right there coming toward the quarter pole. And there's Fernando giving on the outside that cue to Ad Literam to pick up Screamin' Nina, who leans these maiden fillies and mare for home. Maximum Spirit straightens away in 3rd. Then Quibble with Backwards K, Seashell Sally Sells, and finally Classy Emily the distant 3/4. Just over 1:13. Screamin' Nina, and toward the inside, here's Quibble, who's come through now to take the lead. Dropping back sharply was Ad Literam. It's Quibble and Evan Roman, and Quibble, the daughter of Dialed In, clear to the finish. Quibble won by 5 from Screamin' Nina. Maximum Spirit 3rd in an even effort. Seashell Sally. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please, for an important announcement. Your attention, please. The remainder of today's racing card here at Horseshoe Indianapolis has now been canceled due to the deteriorating weather conditions here in town and a wet forecast for the balance of the afternoon into the early evening hours. The remainder of today's racing program, races 3 through 9, have now been canceled due to inclement weather. Now, all advanced wagers going forward from races 3 through 9, if you've placed any advanced wagers, full refunds. To note, there will be a double to be paid out as the second race, Maiden Mile, was won by number 5, Quibble. So there will be a double paid out on races 2 and 3. That'll be a 5-all, as the 3rd through the 9th have now been canceled. Those wagers in the 50-cent early pick 5, and or if you have a wager or had a wager on the $1 early pick 4 starting on race 2, the mile, they will be refunded. The early pick 5, early pick 4, refunds. Again, there will be a consolation double, 5 Quibble to all in race 3. Races 3 through 9 have now been canceled due to the weather conditions and the forecast going forward. There will be, as we ran 2-mile races, a pick 3 payout with an all for race 3. So to recap today's balance of our racing program, the 3rd through the 9th have now been canceled due to the inclement weather and forecast going forward. That consolation 5-all double. There will be a pick 3 paid out, a 50-cent pick 3 payout on races 1, 2, and 3. Early pick 5, early pick 4, those wagers, refunds. Live racing is scheduled to resume this week with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday cards already drawn. No live racing Friday, Saturday, nor Sunday. So once again, due to the inclement weather and forecast for the balance of the day, the remainder of today's racing card, races 3 through 9 here at Horseshoe Indianapolis, have been canceled. Hope to see you back here at the races tomorrow. Don't forget Horseshoe Indianapolis Casino, open 24/7, and the first floor OTB remains open for simulcast wagering. Until next time, hope to see you again back here at the races.